Hey guys, welcome back to my kitchen. Today we are making French crullers, a super easy donut recipe. One of the easier donut recipes out there that you can make. Start to finish, this should take you about an hour and 10 minutes, no longer than that. You can whip this up on a random Saturday, Sunday. That's how easy it is. There's really not much explanation needed for donuts. Donuts are a great thing, fantastic. I don't need to tell you that. But here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get started on the choux pastry, which is super simple. And most of the time you have all the ingredients already sitting at home. Get started on the choux pastry, make that, put in a stand mixer, pipe it, fry it, make the glaze, and we're gonna be eating great as always. So let's go ahead and get started on that. Okay, getting started on this very simple choux pastry, we're gonna add 4 ingredients to a saucepan, 5. We're gonna add water, milk, going over the top of that with some salt and some sugar. And then the last thing that we need to add to the choux pastry is just a stick of butter. Super simple, guys. All this stuff, like I said, you should have in your house. We're gonna go ahead and bring this to a boil. And then we're gonna add the last ingredient, which is just flour, and then I'll show you what to do from there. I hope y'all can see this. This is the best it's gonna get, so y'all gonna have to thug it out till I get another camera. But let the butter melt, bring this to a rolling boil, and then we'll add the flour. I'll show you what that looks like. And then we're pretty much done after that. Okay, so now we can see it's at a rolling boil. Go ahead and turn that heat off. And now we just add all our flour to the mixture all at once. And now you just work it. Now it's gonna get all thick, but that's okay. Just keep on stirring it, moisten it up, get all that flour incorporated. And you wanna keep stirring it, be vigorous with it, get a good workout in. Try not to make a mess like I always do, but stir it all the way through. It's gonna get nice and thick. Y'all see it's starting to get nice and thick. It's starting to look like Play-Doh almost. But once you got that all mixed up, we're gonna return it back to the heat. I think it keeps sliding. But as you can see, we got it all mixed up. We'll dump that back in there and then turn the heat on. We're doing it on medium low. And we're just gonna keep on mixing this until a nice film forms to the bottom of the pot. It'll look like it's kind of hazy. That's how you know it's good. But just keep on mixing it. It will be an arm workout. My forearms are high-key cramping. And it's so much harder that this thing keeps moving as well. So just keep on mixing it. It smells like cream of wheat, if y'all have ever had cream of wheat before. That's an OG oatmeal. My mama used to always give me that. But keep on mixing. And then once that film forms, I'll take it off. Hopefully I can show you what it looks like and y'all can pick it up on camera. But I'll show you what that looks like and then we'll get ready to do the next stuff. Okay, so now as you can see, on the bottom of the pot, there's a nice little film on it. You can't really tell, but look what the dough looks like. Very simple. We can set this to the side. Once you got that dough, now we can just dump this into a bowl of a stand mixer. And then I'm just gonna spread it around the bottom, just so it can cool. And we're gonna let this cool for about 10 to 15 minutes. And then I'll come back and we'll show you the rest of the ingredients we need to add. So now our pastry dough has cooled a little bit. We let it cool because we don't want scrambled eggs, and we're just gonna add a couple things to it now. We're gonna add 2 eggs. And like always, guys, don't worry about writing anything down. I'm going to get y'all in the comments down below. Add 2 eggs. Come on, eggs, work with me. There we go, no shells. Then bring back a paddle attachment. And we're just gonna mix this up. Let the eggs get well incorporated into it. I can never get this, there we go. There we go, we just do on medium. Lock it, bang. Just mix this up till it's well incorporated. Should be no longer than a minute. Now that that has happened, I'm gonna go ahead and just scrape the bowl down. I find this to be really important, just so you can get everything well incorporated. Then go in there with the 3rd egg. No shells. I don't know why, I always get like traumatized trying to crack eggs on camera because that's the only time they don't wanna work with me. So go ahead and mix that till well incorporated. Okay, bang, now we got that 3rd egg incorporated. Bring back that not whisk, but spatula, and scrape that bowl down. We're gonna add 1 more thing to this. 2 more things really, but get all that junk off of it. We're going to add 1 large egg white. And then for a pop of flavor, this is gonna be a real nice touch, just a tablespoon of lemon zest. So go ahead and add all that in there. And now, just like before, mix this up. Bang. So now we got that all mixed in. Just go ahead and take that paddle attachment off. Get that all into the bowl. Y'all see how like luscious it looks? Looks beautiful. Nice velvety. Get all that off. And then we're gonna give this just one mix in the bowl, scrape down the sides, and then throw this in the refrigerator for 10 minutes to chill. And then we can show you what to do next. And you can see right here, obviously, parchment paper. And we're just gonna fold this up and cut it into squares because I find the dough to be pretty, it's not delicate, but it's a lot harder to transfer it just by hands. So I'm going to fold this up into little squares, cut it out into pieces, and then I'll pipe the pastry, the dough, whatever you want to call it, onto these and then dump it into the fryer like so. So go ahead and do that. About 3 by 3 inch squares, which looks like that to me. Bang. So I'll fold it up. I don't even know how many squares this is. And I just like taking my shears, my kitchen shears, and just go straight across with it. Cut them all right down the middle. There we go. Okay. And once you got them all cut and that dough is chilled, we'll fill the piping bag and then we're ready to fry up. Our dough has been chilled for about 10 minutes. You're going to need a piping bag with a large star tip. If you don't, by all means, you don't have to have it, but it will come out a little bit different. We're just gonna fill this up. And right beside me, I have a pot of oil heating up to 370 degrees because that is the temperature we're gonna be frying at. So go ahead, take that dough and just place that right inside. This is a pretty small piping bag, so all of it will not fit. So you might have to do it in batches, and that is totally okay. But go ahead and just go ahead and, I said that twice. Go ahead and just fill that up like so. Nice and beautiful. And then what I like to do, I like to just go ahead and place it on the counter and bring out a bench scraper and just scoot it down. And then we obviously need to cut the tip off first because it's gonna make everything just a little bit easier. So now we can scoot that tip all the way down. And now take that bench scraper and just scoot that all the way to the edge. So now you have no air pockets in it, so when you're piping it, it won't like break halfway through. Okay, now, very simple. Oh, my parchment paper's making a mess. Yeah, I haven't done this in a minute, so I might be a little rusty. Go ahead, and I just hold it by the end. I'm sure there's more technical ways to do it. And you pipe, just like so. Little circles, connect them, just like this. I don't know if I can really see, but it is time to fry our donuts, which is super easy. We have it on parchment paper just so it's easier to dump in there. And then after a minute, we can take it out. So go ahead and just drop your cruller right into that oil. And again, we're frying at 370. As we can see, my pot is kind of small, so I'm just going to be doing one at a time. But if your pot is bigger, you want about 3 to 4 inches of oil in the pot. So if it is bigger, by all means, add some more. But I'm just going to do one just so I don't drop the temperature too much. But frying them up 5 to 6 minutes till golden brown, just like everything else you fry, and we'll be good to go. And then go ahead and just remove that parchment paper now. We set that to the side. Now the magic is happening. So I like to go in there after about 2 minutes or two and just give that a nice flip over. Bang. Looking nice and golden. And behind me, I have a rack of paper towels. I'm just gonna set them on there when they come out to rest. Go ahead and place another one in there. Now that one's cooling off. Let that one do its thing. Getting a nice color on them. Okay, maybe it was a bad idea to put 2 in there. But once that one's nice and golden, we still got a little bit longer on that one. We'll take them out. Bang. And as you can see, they're nice and pretty. Y'all look at that. Sheesh. Beautiful. I know y'all can't really see, but I'll show y'all when it's done. Go ahead and set that to the side. And now you just rinse and repeat. Now, our last donut is ready to go. Take it out the fryer and we're ready to make our glaze. And that's all we need to do today. For our icing, super simple. Powdered sugar, of course. All great icing starts off with this. And we're going to add a few ingredients to it. We're going to add some honey. I like what honey is going to do to this. About a tablespoon. And that's like that to me. Same of vanilla extract, about a tablespoon. And then going over the top with just a little bit of milk. Good, so go ahead and just mix this all together. And if you need to add some more milk to it to thicken it out or loosen it out, I mean, like this is pretty thick. So I definitely don't want it like that. So we're going to add just a little bit of milk. It's crazy how powdered sugar works. You add too much milk, you got the soup on your hands, not enough milk, it's like glue. So just go ahead and continue mixing that till you get a nice glaze, just like so. Beautiful. So we got a nice glaze, nice. Was gonna coat the donut very well. And you wanna make sure your donuts are very cooled off as well so that the icing doesn't melt. And you can see our donuts. They look beautiful. Look at that. Oh my God, that's beautiful. So now, this is the easy part. Take your donut, take your icing, and then just give that a nice dip. Like so. Turn it around and just place that right on back on the baking sheet. So do that with all your donuts, get all the icing that you may want. There you go, let it drip, get all that excess off, and place that to the side. Now rinse and repeat with all of your donuts. Got our last donut iced up. Ooh wee, I know how it looks, look at that. Beautiful. Can't tell you anything better than this. We'll go ahead and scooch our back, take a bite, and we're ready to go. Y'all, look at this. Look at that. That is truly, truly beautiful. Look at all the little swirls, the glaze. Now let's rip into it and see what it's talking about. Oh my goodness. Beautiful. Executed. Now, for real, let me scooch our back. Let's take this bite because my mouth is watering. The moment of truth. It smells good. Oh, wow. Trish, yo, who doesn't love donuts, honestly? Who, you gotta be out your mind if you don't like donuts. But let me stop talking. Let's go for it. No way. Oh my God. That lemon zest really comes through beautifully. It's nice, it's airy, it's fluffy. This is perfect. This is truly perfect. I love donuts. I haven't had donuts in a long time. Maybe that's why I'm exaggerating so much because these donuts are really that good. But geez, make them yourself. They're relatively easy, not too much work. The hardest part is really just controlling the temperature when you're frying, making sure they don't cook too fast and the inside doesn't cook through. But other than that, super simple recipe. Tastes just like any donut recipe out there. And then the honey glaze too. Oh my God, that's perfect. That is really perfect. But guys, like always, I appreciate all the love and support. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. Comment down below what you want to see next. It's fall. A lot of recipes that I got in my head, but let me know what you want to see. You never know, your recipe might be the one that gets chosen. But I'll see you next week. Remember, always eat great food. Peace.